going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rear Naked Locks. I'm Chato, that's Henry. We're going to give you guys a quick breakdown of this upcoming fight on Saturday. Imavov versus Borralho. Man, how's it feel to have a card again, Henry, man, this past week without fights? I mean, there was some fights, but no UFC, you know?
Yeah, it was good to see my boy Tony Ferguson beat that bum, South Poppy's ass. But it's good to be back, man. Having no UFC is brutal, bro. We got 8 straight weeks. We got 8 straight weeks of fights, 8 straight weeks of winnings. It's a good card to get back into, you know?
Yeah, definitely. There is some pretty good matchups, some last minute replacements. But hey, man, some guys that you guys probably won't know, but hopefully they all come to fight because they're all champions in different organizations. So either they're gonna shit the bed or they're gonna perform.
100%. In that first fight, we got Sean and Bannon versus Sam Hughes. I'm trying to keep it respectful, but Shauna Bannon, she's no good, man. she's like a soccer mom with kicks. She won her last fight via armbar in like the most like women's MMA kind of like style armbar. Like it's just a meme. It's a meme finish. Sam Hughes has been fighting high level fighters her whole career. I think it's the first time she's a favorite, and rightfully so. I think she could win in the boxing by making it dirty. Bannon's gonna try to stay at distance, work those kicks, but her ground game is trash. Her takedown defense is trash. I think Sam Hughes does whatever she wants here, and I think she's a lock. Not sure if she gets a finish, but it'd be nice for her to get a finish in the UFC. She's a decision machine, but Bannon's pretty tough, so I have Hughes by decision.
Yeah, I mean, Henry pretty much hit all points, but I just want to emphasize, Henry did say Bannon's a kick-heavy person. You throw kicks against a wrestler, she's gonna catch that shit and take her down, bro. Whether or not she's gonna get a finish, that's up to Hughes and Bannon's ability to survive. Because Henry did say that her ground game is horrible, and I can't emphasize that enough. She's a fucking turtle on her back, bro. If Hughes probably won't finish her in the first, but I can see Hughes round 3 or decision. But I mean, I'm with Henry. I got Hughes by decision. I just don't think Bannon is that good. Man, she's like a female version of the Pirate. All kicks, bro. All kicks, no power. All kicks, no power.
Yeah, I mean, this layup is, hopefully Hughes doesn't shit the bed, but if she does, it's gonna be some fucking Johnny Walker style meme fucking finish where she runs into a fucking armbar or some stupid ass shit like that. But yeah, Hughes is a lock here.
All right, next up, we got Renat versus Full Retard. Sorry, excuse my language. That's Gustafsson's name. If you guys don't have him on Instagram, dude is comedy. Dude says he has one fight style. It's Full Retard. So, I mean, with that being said, I got Gustafsson. I mean, Renat's not a bad fighter. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's like a horrible fighter, but he's coming off a loss. We all know that he lost against Leal. Like if you look at the guys that he's won, I mean, the only real fighter that I give him a dub over is Brian Battle, but I just think he's like, he doesn't go for the finish and he leaves it to the judges. He makes it too fucking, like too close for comfort. And Gustafsson in his last fight showed that he has the cardio, he has the pressure. I feel like those are recipes for disaster against Renat. I think styles make fights, and I think if Gustafsson can implement his style of fight, I can see him winning by points.
I can see that. I think this is going to be a car crash. These are two bulls going at it. It's going to be whoever implements their game plan. I'm going to go with Renato. Why? I have no fucking idea. Nah, for real. I just think he's going to be able to put up enough resistance on Gustafsson. Maybe gets him down, puts him on his back a few times. Because with Gustafsson's like way of fighting, his cardio, I feel like if he's on his back having to wrestle, like having to defend the takedowns himself, it's going to zap the energy. It's going to be a sloppy fucking fight. Could go either way. I'm going to go with Renat. I mean, like Chato said, this dude is freaking, he beat Brian Battle. He's been the favorite in all his fights, and now he's underdog. So He might get smoked here. He might get Chaos Williams and fucking held against the fence and beat the shit. But I'm gonna take the shot here. I'm not no bet on it because I mean he might get mauled. But I think Renat gets it done. Maybe a split decision kind of fight. But give me Renat. Then next up we have Tavares versus Bryczek. I might get flamed in the comments for this one, but I got Bryczek. I think it's gonna be a boxing fight here. I don't think Tavares is gonna work the takedowns. They're both pretty slow. I know Bryczek or Bryczek. I honestly don't know how to pronounce his name. Lost to freaking Ihor Poteria, but Ihor is a lot more mobile, a lot faster with the striking than Tavares. So I think Tavares will engage in the boxing with Bryczek, and I think he's gonna run into a fucking right hand and get put to sleep. This dude, Bryczek, he was notorious for his KO power. We didn't really see it in his debut, but like I said, Poteria is just a lot more mobile, a lot faster. Whereas Tavares, he's kind of flat-footed. He's more of a wrestle boxer, but yeah, give me Bryczek by KO.
Yeah, I'm about to go against Henry on this one. I think Bryczek is dog shit. I was watching his highlights. He has some pretty good highlights. And when you do a deep dive on the guys that he's beat, horrible records, padded records. He lost his first fight in the UFC due to scared of the bright lights. I'm going with the veteran, the scrappy vet. I feel like he can mix up the takedowns, not necessarily get the takedowns, but have Bryczek guessing. But I don't see a finish from Tavares. I have Tavares by points. And that's my breakdown. I'm gonna go with the fighter with the most opportunity to win. That's either he gets him on the ground or on the fence. He can strike. He can defend. He has more experience. Give me Tavares all day.
100%. We'll see how it plays out, but might be a vet lesson here.
All right, next up we got Fernandes versus Hardwick. I'm not gonna lie, this was a late notice replacement, so I had to do my research right before we hopped on here. But Henry did make a point off camera that Hardwick is going up in weight. With that being said, I'm gonna go with Fernandes just because short notice fight. Hardwick is going up in weight. Fernandes has a couple fights in the UFC. He's not the worst fighter, but I think with those disadvantages on Hardwick's side, I have Fernandes winning by points or by late finish. To be honest, man, I just don't trust these new fighters coming in on their debut, especially short notice. Man, we've been burned so many times, man. People just melt under the bright lights of the UFC. So I got Fernandes.
Yeah, I'm agree here. I just think Hardwick is gonna be a little too small. I think it's gonna be mostly a stand-up fight. If takedowns do get mixed in, it's probably gonna be from the Hardwick side. But I think Cowie's a little underrated. I was gonna pick Fakhretdinov to beat him, but I expected that fight to be pretty close. But Cowie's not bad, man. He just beat Guram. I know Guram is kind of washed, but he's 2-1 in the UFC. He beat Muhammad Yahya by knockout. We know that guy's pretty tough. It's probably gonna be a close decision, but I think Fernandes with the size and striking, I think he's gonna win a competitive decision. I mean, Hardwick he's pretty good, but these Cage Warriors guys, they're kind of shit in the bed. So I'm gonna go with Fernandes here. And after that, we had Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters. They're very similar fighters. I'm gonna start with that. Trey Waters, he's come through for me a few times because he is a long rangey striker. But I mean, that's all he is. He's a long rangey striker. His card is a little suspect. There's Sam Patterson. I mean, besides getting knocked out, I don't remember if it was his debut or his sophomore fight, but he got knocked out because he was in the wrong weight class. He finally moved back up. He finally moved up to 170. He's using his size. He could strike. He could grapple. I think Patterson's going to, survive the early onslaught from Waters and eventually mix in the takedowns or maybe knock him down. But I think Patterson gets him out of there. I think gets him out of the submission. We've seen Waters get Von Flue choked by Gabriel Bonfim in the Contender Series. And if you're getting Von Flue choked, man, it just means your freaking ground game is pretty suspect. And Patterson, he's got more submissions than KOs. So give me Patterson by sub.
Yep. I like that breakdown from Henry. I always pick fighters that have more opportunities to win, more ways to win. Patterson is my guy. Stay tuned for my parlay on him. Waters isn't a bad fighter, but he's extremely one-dimensional, and I feel like Patterson can match the striking and has a significant advantage on the ground. And for that reason, man, I could easily see Patterson winning inside the distance. If you guys want to make some money, Patterson by sub, like Kenny did make a good point. Most of his wins are by sub, so he's not afraid to pull the ghillie.
100%. It should be a good ass fight, though. Good ass fight.
Definitely a super fight. All right, next up we got Tybura versus Delija. I'm not gonna lie, I told Henry who the fuck this guy was, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I did a couple of research on him. He was a PFL champ. He fought that Fiera guy, the one that fought in Ghana, the one that got ground and pounded. And apparently, like, the UFC was interested in this dude like a while back. So he's definitely not a scrub. But I'm gonna have to go with Tybura on this one, man. I always fade Tybura, and he always finds a way to win. Tybura is 39 though. Like, that was the only reason why he kind of hesitated. But man, Tybura is pretty well rounded. His gas tank is decent, strike is decent, grappling is decent. And I just feel like if you're decent in all categories, if one way is going wrong, you could always fall back and use the other method. So for that reason, I'm going Tybura. Give me Tybura by decision. I don't think he's gonna be able to finish this big ass PFL dude.
All right. I got Delija by fucking vicious knockout here. And here's why. Tybura, in all of his most recent fights, he's been getting hurt. Every single one of them. I think his chin is no good anymore. He takes advantage of these fat heavyweights that have zero ground game, zero resistance. Fucking with the Taito Iwasa fight, he was getting cracked, and then Ty gets put on his back like a fucking turtle. Can't get up. This isn't a fucking turtle he's fighting here. Well, he's kind of built like a fucking jack turtle, but fucking Delija, this dude has a really good ground game, really good top game, I should say. He's got heavy power in his hands, decent striking. He's 5 years younger. I think Delija is here was put in the spot for a reason, to fucking put Tybura unconscious. I think he's gonna hurt Tybura on the feet. Tybura's gonna shoot for a takedown. He's gonna get fucking reversed. Delia's gonna mount him and put him out of there with the ground and pound TKO.
Give me Tybura joint lock. Tybura joint lock right here.
That'd be fucking wild.
This is the third fight we're going against each other. I'm telling you right now. Fight doesn't go this like on this fight.
Oh, fucking dead. Just disclaimer. I'm notorious for picking fighters on their debut though. So.
Dude, like, fighters look good in other organizations, but you do a deep dive on fucking Deji, whatever this guy's name is. He's fighting good fighters. He's fighting trash fighters. He's fighting good fighters, trash fighters. Do a deep dive, bro. Like his highlights in the PFL. It's like he only has a few good highlights with top ranked fighters. Most of his vicious knockouts were bums. Bums, right?
You see, there's a bum in the red corner this time. But next up we had Umar Sy versus Bredison Ribeiro. If you guys have been following the channel long enough, you guys know my fucking opinion on Ribeiro. He is fucking dog water. He's terrible. I don't care who Ribeiro's fighting. I'm going to pick against him. Except in this fight, he's fighting Umar Sy, who is he's an athlete. He's big as hell. He's jacked. He's huge for the division. He could grapple. He has like more of like a kick-heavy like striking game. This dude was favored to beat Alonzo Menifield. He was like minus 800 against him. Now he's minus 430 to Bredison Ribeiro. This dude got knocked out like 2 months ago. And now he's fighting again. Like, what the fuck? This guy is, he's fucking dog water. I just don't know how else to put it. He's fucking horrendous. I think Sy's going to put him up against the cage. He's going to wearing him. He's going to put some elbows on him. Maybe he gets him down. I think Sy should finish him in one round, honestly. Ribeiro's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Henry on this one. For some reason, like every time at first glance, I'm like, oh damn, like Ribeiro's fighting, and then I realize how many dog shit performances he's had in the UFC. I clearly remember me betting on him several times and him letting me down. Dude is extremely chinny. Dude fights with his hands down, chin in the air. You know, Sai has good striking, excellent ground game. I always pick fighters with more opportunities to win. I think Sai's gonna take him down and ground and pound him. I don't think he's gonna risk. The only way he loses is by a fluke knockout by Ribeiro on the feet. I feel like Sai's gonna kick, shoot, and then Ribeiro's a fucking turtle on his back. Give me Sai KO or Sai sub. I'll say round 2 because Ribeiro's gas tank is trash.
100%. Honestly, I don't want to see Ribeiro in the UFC again after this fight. He's terrible. Send him to BKFC. That's where he belongs. But yeah.
All right, next up we got Takaneri Gomi. Okay, now we got Gomes versus Gomes versus Ruchala. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It might be a hot take, might not. I don't think Gomes is a bad fighter. I don't think he is. He has a lot of good victories in the UFC. You know, like he doesn't get a lot of finishes, but like I feel like he's tactical enough to get the job done. And Ruchala is just another up and coming fighter from an organization holding a belt that doesn't really make sense, that holds zero weight in this earth. Dude is the Commerce Casino undisputed champ. I got Gomis by decision. Hometown advantage, good striking, decent grappling, good cardio, and I'm just not gonna bet money and tell you guys to bet money on fighters that making their debut, especially with fighters that have a padded record like Ruchala. I just don't feel comfortable, so I'm going Gomis.
Yeah, I like that you brought up the hometown. If you guys watched Imavov versus Brendan Allen, dude, that crowd was so fucking loud. It was insane, bro. Like, honestly, I feel like the French fighters are going to have that advantage because the crowd is going to be reacting to everything they fucking do. So if it is a close fight, expect it to be sketchy decisions for the French. But I think Gomis should win this fight. The problem is, like, this guy doesn't push for finishes. He fights close. He's had a few split decisions. He's lost his last fight because he fought too close. Whereas Ruchala is a guy who's gonna bring it to him. He's gonna he kind of fights like I don't know. He's just reckless, bro. He's gonna shoot crazy takedowns. He's gonna throw spinning shit. He's gonna be wild. He's gonna be reckless. So a fighter like Gomis should pick his ass apart easily. The problem is he gonna throw? Is he gonna back up and let himself get pushed against the cage? He fucking might. So I mean, honestly, I wouldn't bet on this fight, but pick wise, I'm gonna go with Gomis. But those reasonings are the main reasons why I didn't choose him in any of the bets, because this guy doesn't fucking throw. But we'll see. I hope he wins. But next up, we got Patricio Pitbull versus Loseni Keita. You guys know I picked Pitbull against Yair. I picked Pitbull against Danige. I'm not picking him this time. I think in those fights he's looked a little old. He's looked a little slow. He did exactly what I wanted him to do against Danige. The problem with Danige is he doesn't throw. He's low volume, and he's fucking flat-footed. Whereas here, Keita, he's a striker. You know, all his fights, everybody just tries to take him down. I wouldn't doubt Pitbull's going to shoot immediately. But Keita, he's a lot lighter on his feet. He's mobile. He's super, super fast. He's explosive. I think he's going to catch Pitbull, whether it's like early or late when Pitbull gets tired. I mean, we saw Pitbull get exhausted against Ige in round 3. If you get exhausted against his young killer, he's going to put your lights out. I don't think Pitbull could keep up the cardio that he used to. This dude used to be a freaking animal. He'll take you down. He'll maul you for 5 rounds. I just don't think he has it in him anymore. And I think Keita's in this spot because the UFC knows Pitbull's a little washed. So I think Keita gets him out of there maybe round 2, round 3 TKO.
Yeah, I was going back and forth with this. But I think what was originally swaying me to Pitbull's side was his highlights and the person he was, just like Honey emphasized right now. He's just not that guy. He's a shell of the type of fighter he was in Bellator. And I feel like this fight can mimic the difficulties that Pitbull had against Yair. And I feel like that's going to be the reason why I'm going to have to go with Keita, just because he's a more dynamic fighter, faster, more aggressive, just like Yair was. And if you're thinking that, just like I thought, like Keita was going to have a difficulty with Pitbull's takedowns, like this dude's takedown defense isn't that bad. I don't see him shooting for a takedown, but he has that defensive wrestling to keep it on the feet. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Pitbull gets knocked out. But I'm going to have to go with just straight money line on this one because Pitbull is durable, but I mean, he's old, dude, and like he's there to get knocked out in this fight.
100%. I mean, I respect Pitbull. I think he's one of the best of all time. I was hoping he just went in there and dominated Yair, so we got that bulk fight. But you know, every fight, as the fights go on, he's getting older and older. And I think he's going to be a stepping stone to these young fighters, and this is only the beginning.
All right, next up we got Sola versus Mckee. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was going back and forth on this one. Honestly, I was looking at Sola's fights. I mean, he's just a pretty decent fighter. I feel like in any other country, he's not a champion. With that being said, I got Mckee, but I wouldn't even bet on this fight for the simple fact that Sola probably might win, but I'm not risking it because, again, just like I said, debut fighter. It says he's coming out of France, so it may be to his advantage, or he might shit the bed like Derek Lewis, and he just gets stage fright when he's in his hometown. Are you willing to risk your bankroll on that? I'm not. So I'm gonna go with Mckee just because he has UFC experience. He's been under the bright lights. Obviously not a super killer like other fucking Irishmen like Connor, but I feel like he get the job done. Give me Mckee money line.
100%. It's all the same. I mean, he's a well-rounded fighter. He's got takedowns. He's got striking. The problem I have in this fight is just like Hardwick, he's moving up in weight class. He's a 155er. He's moving to 170, and Mckee's he's a giant for his weight class, bro. Like he overwhelms people. He puts people against the cage. He overwhelms them with volume. He has big power. You know, we seen in his last fight. He just overwhelmed Frunze with the striking. Like this dude, he's gonna put out the volume, and if he can't keep up, he's gonna drown you. And I think going up against a bigger fighter who has that type of game plan is just a recipe for disaster. Honestly, Mckee would have been my suggestion for Bark Alley, but we actually decided on somebody else who I'm a little bit more confident in. But I think Mckee wins this fight 7 out of 10 times. He's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger. I don't think Sola could take him down. So it's going to be a stand-up fight. I think Mckee drowns him. I think Mckee knocks him out. Probably round 2, maybe round 1. But I think Mckee's a good underdog here.
Run it.
So next up, we got Borralho versus Mason Jones. It's another fight that's super, super close, man. They're both pretty much strikers. Jones does mix in the takedowns every once in a while. Borralho, sometimes he wrestles, but it's pretty rare. I think it's going to be mostly a striking battle for as long as Jones wants it to be. I think if Mason Jones fights to the best of his abilities and uses all the tools he has in his pocket, I think he could win this fight, pretty soundly. The problem with Mason Jones is he likes to fucking bang. He's willing to engage in the fire. He went toe-to-toe with Jeremy Stevens. And in his previous UFC run, he was just going toe-to-toe with people. You go to toe-to-toe with Borralho, you might get knocked out. Yeah, like this dude has big, big power in his hands. He's explosive. He's got really good boxing. So it could get sketchy, man. The odds have been going down drastically. Jones is a bigger favorite at the beginning of last week. Now he's getting close to even. I'm gonna trust that Jones fights a little smarter. He makes in the takedowns. maybe he gasses out Oki a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna take Jones here, but it's sketch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Probably just avoid this one on parlays, but like I'm gonna have to go with Jones for the simple fact that I know I say it all the time, but I pick fighters with more than one way to win, and Henry pretty much hit the nail on the hammer. Like it's just like Mason has the ability to take him down. Mason has the ability to stand and bang. It's the key aspect of, is Jones gonna go full retard, full Chandler, full Michael Chandler and just stand there and bang and get knocked out? Or is he gonna be a tactician and actually like wear this dude down? Because Steve Aoki over here, like he's definitely not somebody that you want to just fucking stand in the middle and just point to the ground with. So I'm with Henry, man. I'm not to just trust my gut, trust in Jones that like he's not gonna go in there with his with his arms down and his fucking chin in the air. I feel like if he has a good game plan, he should walk through this guy, man.
100%. So I want to say one more thing. I do like that under 2.5 plus 140. Just because I mean both these guys swing big, they bring the fire, so that might be a good look. But we'll see how it plays out.
All right, next up, we got Bukauskas versus Craig. Man, I honestly don't know why Craig is even in the UFC. I feel like he's here for a check. Dude is horrendous. The fact that he beat the champ by fluke leg lock. He's beat 2 champs, bro, by fluke submission. I mean, I wouldn't call the here one a fluke submission. That shit was pretty deep. But the Uncle Live sub, like, I just do not see Bukaki losing by some by some cartoon fucking submission finish, bro. I just don't. Like Bukaki's on like a pretty decent run in the UFC. Significant striking advantage on Bukaki's side. And man, I'm never gonna bet on Craig, bro. Like, especially Craig in 2025, bro. He is here. He is here for the custom shorts and the blue check mark on Twitter, bro. Not here to win. He's not compete at the highest level. So I'm gonna go with Bukaki by KO. Bukaki inside the distance. I'm telling you, the only way Craig wins is if he pulls guard and Bukaki tries to engage, bro. That's the only way I can see him winning.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much spot on. I don't know if you guys remember like the way like other fighters have fought Craig, like Bo Nickel, like Volkan Ozdemir. As long as you don't engage in the grappling with Craig, you will dominate him on the feet. You don't have to make it exciting. You can just jab him, jab and move, jab and move, jab and move. Honestly, Bukauskas is pretty fucking boring too. I thought he lost his last fight against Cutelaba. I actually had money on Cutelaba in that fight by decision, and I remember getting fucking robbed blind. But this isn't Cutelaba here. This is Buck Craig. Cutelaba will push the pace on people, whereas Craig, he's gonna fall to his back a bunch of times, trying to get people to engage in the jiu-jitsu. Honestly, Bukauskas, I think he picks Craig apart. He just picks and pokes, and I think he makes it super, super fucking boring. But he dominates this fight, just like Sam Hughes. Unless it's some meme finish, I think he dominates. I just don't see a way. Craig does not wrestle. He can't take anybody down. So it's gonna come down to Bukauskas once engage in that fighting style at all. But I don't think he will. He's a smart fighter. But giving Bukauskas by decision.
Like that.
Then that co-main event, we got Benoit Saint Denis versus Marisa Ruffy. Man, honestly, this is the fight I'm most excited for on the card because it's just like Oki and Jones is the two fucking bulls going at it. It could be a quick knockout for Ruffy. It could be a quick knockout or submission for Saint Denis. Who fucking knows? Obviously, Marisa Ruffy, he's a sniper. He likes to pick people apart. He swings heavy. He throws spinning shit. And I think that's going to be his downfall here. I'm going to go with Saint Denis to get Ruffy down, take him down, maybe drown him a little bit. I think Ruffy's going to be overswinging here. I mean, we've seen in some of his other fights, he does overswing a lot. And if he can't put you out early, he gets fucking super tired. You get super tired against Saint Denis. This guy, he's probably missing half his brain. He's a fucking zombie in there. This guy does not get tired. He pushes the pace like crazy, and his wrestling is super elite. I think Saint Denis can take anybody down in his weight class, and I don't think Ruffy's any different. I think it's a super big step up for Ruffy. I think Saint Denis is gonna remind people of why he moved up to the top so quickly. I think he gets Ruffy down, and he puts him out of there in round one.
Look, I'll tell you this. I'm more impressed that Saint Denis is even with the fight after Poirier knocked his ass out. I don't know how the fuck you recover from that one. Kidding. I had a bunch of money on Poirier right there, underdog, Bark Alley. But look, I understand what Henry's saying, and I know there's multiple fighters on this card that I picked because they have more ways to win. Technically, it's like BSD has more ways to win, right? He's good at the striking. He's good at grappling. And Ruffy's pretty much one-dimensional. You know it's going to be a striking fight. But look, BSD is fucking stuck in mud when he strikes, bro. I'm telling you right now, I had a vision. I had a dream that Ruffy snipes this dude in the first round, bro. I'm telling you right now. If the fighting nerds are actually nerds and they do their like tape study, Ruffy doesn't throw any spinning shit and he snipes this dude, right? Because if he's throwing spinning shit, obviously he's not doing fucking research because that's the easiest way to get taken down, right? If Ruffy has the right game plan, stays at distance, I could see this guy sniping BSD in the first round, but could go either way. But man, I have this feeling in my stomach that Ruffy's gonna knock this dude out. All the momentum is on Ruffy's side. The UFC wants Ruffy to win. It goes to the scorecards. Hey, they're in France, but hey, French people quit. I got Ruffy KO, or like maybe he taps due to strikes. That's the type of guy BSD is.
his fucking guy would never tap the strike.
All seriousness though, I think Ruffy's gonna win because of the speed advantage. That's the X factor that I think Ruffy's gonna take it.
I mean, this is the best fight in the card, honestly. They're two fucking notorious finishers. I'm super excited for this one. We'll see how it plays out.
My thing is, Henry, tell the people why you didn't put BSD as a Bark Alley since he's an underdog. Since like you think he's gonna win, just because you don't think he's gonna win. I got Ruffy by KO. Henry's lying to you guys. I'm never gonna lie. Now Ruffy KO. He knows it. BSD knows it, and now the people watching this know it. Fucking snipe. This is the Brazilian sniper right here, bro. First round KO Ruffy. Cash it.
Like I'll tell you this right now, guys. If we weren't coming off that fucking Brian Ortega dog play, the best man look a little different. But I can't do that to you guys. I'm not gonna pick somebody who can easily get fucking chinned in 30 seconds. So our Bark Alley pick is actually coming up in the next fight. We'll let Chato lead the intro to this fight, though.
Look, guys, this is the main event, right? The possible number one contender fight for the middleweight title. Imavov versus Borralho. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Henry, since this fight got announced, Henry was saying, like, I got Borralho. In my head, I was like, you know what? I got Borralho too. But guess what? What separates us from other channels is that we do tape study, we do research, and that's exactly why I switched my pick, and I got Imavov. If you look at the fighters Imavov has fought compared to Borralho, Imavov wins that box, right? Activity, Imavov wins that box. When's the last time Borralho's even fought? It's been a year, right? Another box that goes to Imavov. Borralho just cut weight. You cut weight twice? That's an ego shit. That's Tony Ferguson shit. I could easily see Borralho turning into Ferguson against Gaethje. Cutting twice in a couple months is not healthy. It's not healthy for your brain. Imavov has heavy hands, just knocked out Adesanya. This is going to be a striking, heavy fight because I don't know why people think that Borralho's like this amazing wrestler, but he just doesn't go for takedowns. This is going to be a striking, heavy fight. If Imavov doesn't gas, which he has the ability to, Imavov should make this look easy. I got Imavov by KO inside 3 rounds. This fight does not go to the championship rounds. If Imavov could chin Adesanya, he could for sure chin Borralho.
I'll put it out there. I'm a Borralho fan. but like like Chato said, it's different when when you're trying to give breakdowns based on the memory, on how you remember fights, how you remember fighters fighting. I remember Borralho being a lot more dominant than he actually is. I watched every single one of his fights in the past couple of years, and man, I feel like he struggles a lot in the boxing range. Like he struggles a lot. He struggled against Mckee before he took him down. He struggled heavily against Cannonier in the boxing range. Then in the Mahmoud Murado fight, was it Murado? Yeah. Borralho would get top position, and then he'll go for like silly like submissions when he'll give up the position, and he got himself tired in that fight from like doing stuff like that. As Imavov, he's not like some fucking bum that you just take him down. Oh, it's over. No, like this dude is super well. He's well rounded. He has his own submissions. Against Brendan Allen, you can see him. He was thinking about pulling a couple front chokes when he would stuff the takedowns. But honestly, that Allen fight it shows that you can't just shoot blind double legs on this guy because he'll stuff every single one of them. Allen got the takedown in that first round by getting the body lock and then going for a takedown from there. After that, he started shooting from fucking God knows where, all double legs. And, that fighting style exhausts you, We haven't really seen Borralho shoot 10, 20 takedowns, He shoots 2 to 3 per fight. When he does shoot, he shoots like 2 to 3. He hasn't shot a takedown in 3 fights. I think he's in love with the striking. He's not a bad striker. He's not. He has good calf kicks, good kicks, but his boxing is weak. We've seen him get wobbled a couple times. And honestly, I think this is Imavov's time. I think he's going to win this fight. I'm not sure if he finds a finish, but I think he's going to put heavy damage on Borralho and make it clear. It's unfortunate for my boy, but I think he needs to evolve a little more. I think Imavov is a better fighter here.
Yeah, definitely. And then keep in mind, like they are in France, so if this goes to decision, like it might sway towards the Frenchman. So, like if you guys think there won't be a finish, goes to the judges' scorecard in the hometown, man. That's another box that you could give to Imavov. He is an underdog in this fight. So stay tuned for our official pick on Imavov. But I'm telling you guys, we did our research to come back to make the money that like we may have lost you guys in the last card. I'm feeling really good about our picks this time. Extremely good about our picks.
100%. I was gonna be biased and just pick Borralho just because I'm a fan, but it's like you just can't do that if you're actually picking fights with no bias. You got to styles make fights. I think Imavov is a bad stylistic matchup for Borralho. But regardless, guys, we're gonna start getting into our parlays. We're gonna have Chato lead the way with the Around the World parlay.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another Around the World parlay from Rear Naked Locks. If this is your first time watching this is a parlay structure in which I pick 3 fighters from around the world from different countries. I put them together and I try to cash the most money for you guys. So leg number 1, we got the USA native, Sam Hughes. The reason why I picked her, she has a significant, I'm talking about the most drastic advantage on the ground. And Bannon is horrible on the ground. She is a turtle on her back, all kicks, no grappling. You throw kicks against a wrestler, she's going to eat the kick, take you down, ankle pick, wait for you to go, change levels, take you down. I pick fighters that have multiple ways to win. I feel like Hughes can make it dirty. Stand up is worth it. Ground game is extremely worth it. Give me Sam Hughes for leg number 1. All right, boys. Second leg, I got my boy Patterson. If you guys watched the previous breakdown, you guys know exactly why. But this guy has multiple ways to beat, what's his name, Walters, right? He has this significant grappling advantage. He's a good striker. Walters got subbed by Von Flucho. That is probably like the green light to take this motherfucker down. That's day one wipeout shit. You're fighting somebody in the UFC like Patterson, who has most of his wins by submission. If the fight gets crazy on the feet, I expect Patterson to take him down, pass his guard like butter, find the submission, and get him out of there. Give me Hughes by decision, Patterson by sub. All right, boys. In our last leg, we got Bukauskas, a.k.a. Bukaki. He's fighting a retired Paul Craig. Dude, like I said before, dude, Craig is here for the notoriety. He is not here because he's a killer. His best wins are flukes. I'm telling you guys right now. If you guys could even turn my around the world parlay into a cycle parlay. That's how comfortable I am with this picks. Leg 1, Hughes. Leg 2, Patterson. Leg 3, Bukaki. Give me Hughes decision. Patterson sub, Bukaki KO. If you put all three of those money line, you get a whopping plus 156 odds. Cash in, put the bets now because people always steal my parlays. The odds go up right before fight day. The proof is in the pudding. We cash these. Real Naked Locks out, boys.
All right. Next up, we got the Rhino Rush parlay. We got Keita. We'll get into him soon. We got Ante Delija. You see that graphic? Who is fucking has his arms wrapped around? Fucking Tom Aspinall. He trains with Tom Aspinall on occasion. Tom Aspinall put fucking Marcin Tybura's lights out in fucking less than 2 minutes. I expect Delija to come out here, put the pressure on Tybura, put the hands on him, and if he does knock him down, he will not be afraid to engage in the grappling. I think Delia's more than good enough in the grappling to survive, to get on top if he wants to. I think Delija knocks Tybura unconscious. Tybura's old. He's washed. I know he's on a little bit of win streak, but, those wins are just more from him being a veteran and knowing how to survive. When he's fighting another veteran here, I think Delija is going to show the UFC that he still has a little bit of a gas in the chamber, and I think he's going to knock Tybura unconscious. And then you got Keita. It's hard for me to fade my boy Pitbull, but styles make fights. This dude, I was looking for a reason to bet on Pitbull. I just couldn't fucking find it. This dude's get-up game was impressive. His sprawling is impressive. His takedown defense against a cage, really impressive. His footwork is crazy good, man. He's a super good striker. He would have been in the UFC sooner. His one loss, it says KO in his record. It was an injury. He hurt his leg, couldn't continue, or else this guy would be undefeated. I think he's going to put the hands on Pitbull, maybe get him out of there. Pitbull's pretty durable, but, get hit clean enough times, you will go to sleep. So, parlay both these guys, money line, you get plus 186 odds. Honestly, I think it hits pretty easy. As long as these guys show up and show out, I think they got two old veterans put in front of them that they can easily put the hands on. So, parlay it. We're coming back. I don't remember if we hit last week. I think we did, but the odds were like whatever. We're looking for a good victory here, man. Plus 186 odds. It's a lot higher than what we're used to, but fuck it. We hit these. I'll see you guys next week for the fucking to count the winnings.
All right, boys. We got you guys with another banger parlay. This is a Rear Naked Lock special, Bark Alley Bangers, where we pick a fighter that the bookies got wrong, that the people don't believe in, but we believe in them. We got Imavov at plus 110 odds, home field advantage, significant striking, decent takedowns. This guy is a dog. Just finished Adesanya, fighting and living off the highs of the MMA sport. Borralho, 2 weight cuts in a couple of months. I could easily see Imavov with the upset here. Imavov KO. If you guys aren't in tune about what's happening, like Borralho did disrespect him by saying that he's not from France, he's from Russia. And then like Imavov put out a video of him saying that he's from Russia, he represents. I mean, he's from France, he represents France. If you guys didn't watch the last France card, the fucking fans are going to be loud. If Imavov is losing the fight, I feel like the fans are going to give him the energy to win and come back. There's so many things that like Imavov has to his advantage that it's impossible for us to ignore. So my official pick and Henry's official pick is Imavov at plus 110. Anything to add, Henry?
100%. I mean, honestly, I know Borralho, he could grapple. The problem is he doesn't. If he doesn't grapple and it's just strictly a stand-up fight, Imavov is not going to get tired in a stand-up fight. He's thrown and landed over 100 significant strikes multiple times. He went 5 rounds with Sean Strickland, threw 100 significant strikes. 5 rounds with Roman Delija, threw 100 significant strikes. This dude's cardio is only gets zapped when people are engaging in the grappling heavy. Brendan Allen shot 10 takedowns. He landed 1. Is Borralho going to shoot 10 takedowns? We haven't seen him shoot multiple takedowns like that. Honestly, I mean, if you're picking Borralho, I just don't see why. He's not gonna keep up game plan like that. So if he doesn't finish Imavov early with the submission and it stays on the feet, I think Imavov is gonna box him up. We've seen Borralho struggle in the boxing range, and Imavov lands heavy. He has big power in his hands. He kicks the body, kicks the leg. This dude they call him the sniper for a reason. Unfortunately for my boy Borralho, I'm a big fan, but we're here to cash bets, and I think this one cashes easy. Give it Imavov plus 110 odds. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. We got the favorite, the best parlay that we give you guys every week, baby. The play of the week. My official pick for the play of the week is Bukauskas, a.k.a. Bukaki. I'm going to keep on saying it. Every time Craig fights, I'm fading this guy. He fights in BK, I'm fading him. Misfit Boxing, I'm loading up the account and I'm fading him again. Dude, the dude just wants to be on camera. He wants the check mark. He wants the notoriety. He wants the free Venom shorts. He does not want to win. Bukaki is going to win by KO. The only path to victory that Craig has is if Bukaki plays the ground game, but I don't think he's that dumb. If Bo Nickel could outstrike Craig, Bukaki can knock Craig the fuck out. Give me Bukaki as one of the half of the parlay of the play of the week.
100%. And I'm going with Umar C. Like I said in the breakdown, Ribeiro is dog shit. I would pick anybody against Ribeiro. He is fucking terrible. Honestly, picking this guy to get finished is always free money, man. I don't know how he's got the decision in some of his recent fights, but this dude's chin is made up of masapan. He crumbles. He gets tired. If Ribeiro doesn't knock you out in one, he gets exhausted. I don't think C is that dog shit that he's gonna get knocked out by somebody like fucking Ribeiro. This guy, he swings wild, it swings crazy. Duck under, take his ass down. Remind the people why you're such a big favorite in all your fights. I think he's gonna put Ribeiro's lights out via ground and pound. Like I said, Ribeiro's dog shit. Parlay C and Bukauskas together, you get minus 165 odds. Not the best odds, but hey, man, we're looking at cash bets. This last bet is the last bet for a reason. Just sprinkle a little more juice after all the other bets we cashed. So match all the bets. I think we go 4 for 4. Free money.
Absolutely. We're gonna come back with a vengeance. This is our first official card back. We got 8 weeks of straight violence, of straight cashing. We're gonna start off with the bang. Put our bets in early, guys. That's the only disclaimer. I'm telling you, the odds are just gonna get worse. All right, on the screen we have our schedule. Tuesdays bets and breakdowns go out. Wednesdays contender series recap. We'll have that for you guys tomorrow, and then Sundays make sure to tune in so we could count our cash together as a community. Last event we didn't do too good. We told you guys we're gonna come back with a vengeance. We're gonna go 4 for 4. 2 parlays, almost plus 200 odds. I'm telling you guys, we did our research. We're gonna get you guys your money back. You might as well ask the bank for a loan because you're about to cash hard if you match our bets early. Emphasis on match our bets early because people steal our bets and don't give us credit.
100%, man. We have good odds. Freaking Rhino Rush and Around the World Hit. Those are our two main plays. That our individual plays. Those two hit, you're already up money. So, we're not counting on going 2 for 4. We're counting on going 4 for 4. Imavov is going to get it done. Bukauskas is going to get it done. C's going to get it done. Keita is going to get it done. Delija is going to knock Tybura out. And then Around the World, freaking Parlay, Hughes, Bukauskas, and Patterson, they'll dominate. So match those bets, guys. And we'll see you guys on. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the recap, and then we'll see you on Sunday to count our winnings.
Absolutely, guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to our main channel, our Clips channel, and also our Twitter. I'm extremely active when the fights are on. So stay tuned for my live interactions and breakdowns of the fights on Saturday for Imavov versus Borralho. Thanks again to all the supporters and all the new subscribers. We appreciate all the comments. We see you guys, and thanks for building our community. Rear Naked Locks out.
Peace.